Hello book lovers, welcome back to my channel. New month, new reads, and today I'm kicking it off with my February TBR. From dragons and space battles to magical romance. This TBR is packed with epic adventures that I'm sure will keep me turning pages all month long. So grab a drink, get cozy, and let's dive into what's on my reading list this month. Let's get started. Okay, so first off is going to be Fool's Fate by Robin Hobb, and this is the third book in the Townie Man series, I mean trilogy. So I cannot believe that I'm almost done with the Realm of the Elderlings. I'm sure there's going to be a lot happening in this book. Looking forward to see how everything wraps up in this trilogy. I'm really loving the Realm of the Elderlings. I have said a million times before, the Light Ship Traders is my all-time favorite, so I don't know what else to say. Don't want to spoil it. I'm trying to be vague. I'm really enjoying this one, not as much as the first two trilogies, but still loving the journey with the Fool and Fitz and everybody else. I don't want to spoil it, so yeah. And then I'll be reading the third book in the Sun Eater saga by Christopher Rocchio, and it is Demon in White. I was supposed to read this in January. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to get to it, not even started, but it is a priority for this month. And what can I say? So Hadrian Marlowe's story continues here. I'm sure we're gonna have more aliens, more space battles, like I mentioned in the intro. So I don't know what else to say without spoiling anything else. Once I finish reading all the books, I will have a video and talk about how much I enjoyed the series, at least so far. So far, I'm loving it, and I cannot wait to jump into this book. I have heard so many good things, and yeah, so yes. Let me know if you want to buddy read this with me. I'm open to join buddy reads and stuff like that. Then I'm gonna move on to Onyx Storm, which is the third book in the Empyrean Fourth Wind series. I just got it this week. I pre-ordered both the Barnes & Nobles and also Waterstones, and they both arrived this week. I wanted to read it last month. Didn't happen. That's okay. Not the end of the world. So I will continue on. I don't know what else to say without giving spoilers, but I'm looking forward to that. Like I have said many times before, I enjoy book 2, but it wasn't my favorite. I think Fourth Wing definitely was better than book 2, but I'm excited to continue on. So I don't know what else to say. I'm sure you all know about Onyx. Of course you know about Onyx. What am I saying? What am I saying? I have another new release to read, and that is Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. I did order. It's supposed to arrive this week, so I'll be reading it sometime this month. And this is about we follow a girl. I'm not really sure. She's 14 or 17, something like that. I did talked about it in my new release videos that I did back in January. You could check that out, and I'll link it in the description box down below. We follow a young lady, and she is sent to a home for girls that find themselves in a situation, and there a librarian gives her a book of spells, and from there the story picks up. Don't want to say too much. I'm sure I'll talk about it once my wrap up, or maybe a dedicated video sometime later in the month or next month, but we shall see. So I'm really looking forward to reading that book by Grady Hendrix. This will be my third book by him, and so far I really like them. Not life changing or anything, but I enjoy them. Now the next book that I have is Win the Witch Queen, and I'm just gonna say this and get it out of the way. I do not like this cover. I will put the cover that I like, which is the UK cover, and I love that cover better than this. Not sure why, but this is a new release that comes out February 18, and it's an adult fantasy romance that has witches and gas lamp type of story, which I don't know much other than Queen has overthrown her evil uncle, and then she seeks the help of an assistant, and romance ensues. I'm not really sure what it is, but I'm looking forward to reading this. It's February month. In the month of February, I usually read a lot of romance, but this year I decided, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna continue on with my series and just include some romance into my TBR list. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to read as much romance as I possibly can without neglecting the series that I'm currently reading. So that's my plan. Not crazy about this cover, but I'm going to, because it was sent to me. I did not request it. It was sent to me, which I was surprised. But I do prefer the other cover, so we shall see if I ended up loving it. But I do have to ignore this cover because it's just I'm not really sure who picked this cover, but I don't really like it. So yeah, So before we continue on, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, it would really help the channel grow. And also, I would like to hear from you. So in the comments, let me know what's in your TBR for this month. So let's continue on. Now, another book that I'm planning to read is also a new release, and that is the 10th book in the Wayward Children's by Shannon McGuire, and that is Adrift in Currents, Clean and Clear. I absolutely love this series. Like I said, once I read this book, I will have a dedicated video for this series because I adore these books, all of them. I actually do have a favorite, but I'll talk about it more in this one. I don't want to say too much. It is a short novella, and because I'll have a dedicated video, I'm just gonna leave it as that. So let's just move on to the next book. And now the next book that I want to read is Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. I believe that's the name. I don't have the book. This one I'm planning to listen to it on audiobook, so I will put the picture here on the screen. So we follow a scriptwriter, and he's been nominated to an Oscar, and then he's asked to kill a gay character, but he doesn't think it's that easy. And that's all I want to say because I don't really know much other than the title. It sounds good. So scriptwriter in Hollywood nominated for an Oscar is asked to kill a gay. That's all I'm gonna say. So I don't know what else to say. And the last book in my TBR, well, this one is tentative. This one is just a last minute add-on because if I have time, I definitely want to get to it, or maybe I just skip all the other books and just read this one, and that is A Dark and Drowning Tide by Alison Saft. This is an adult romance, dark romance. It is historical romance and historical fantasy romance. I love the vibes. The first thing that got my attention was the cover. That's all I need to know. Just the vibe of this cover is just, it was calling to me. And I think this month will be the perfect month to read it. That's all I'm gonna say about this book. I'm sure you know about it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to reading all of this. So this is all that I have planned for the month of February. Will I get to all of this? I mean, there are 8 books. In January, spoiler alert, I only read 7 books, but I was busy. And plus, I read some chunk books, but we'll talk about it more in my January wrap up that is coming up soon. I gotta film it. I gotta put all my books together because I just finished The Hero of Ages and I'm not okay. So I need to sit down on that one for a little bit before I can start talking about my January wrap up, because I was suspecting what was happening, but I was hoping, like in my heart, that it didn't happen. So I need to go through my emotions first. But anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And if you're looking for some of the series that I'm planning to read this year, make sure to check out this video. So on to the next one. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the comments and on the next video. Bye!